I've been having a few problems with my HP Stream 11. Mm, and this is getting a little irritating. I don't know if this is actually a problem with all of the streams, the HP streams, or it's just mine in particular. Because some things I have not noticed that, like anything written about it, but I might, might actually be written on some of the things. Alright. Several things have been gone wrong, probably do or don't know of. One thing is I've noticed every time that I, use my Wacom, is this normal little drawing tablet, that when I establish it onto this laptop and have the drivers on, it works fine. But it does is kills the little touchpad that's on here, so I can't use it anymore. But anytime that I rebooted the whole system, oh, touchpad works fine. I put that on, kills it. Can't use the touchpad anymore. Have to use an actual mouse. Alright. That was kind of a problem. But I used the Wacom, plus I had was a mouse. No problem. Then I had was a problem with the actual keyboard. The first one started with the F8 key. It wouldn't respond. Okay. So I can't turn up the volume. But I couldn't do anything else. Then, 3 years of having this, here is my problem that just happened today. Several keys are completely unusable. I don't know exactly what happened or what it is, but every so often my escape key for about a week or so, I would say about a week, it started last week, that the escape key would stick where it won't be usable, then it's usable. And then same thing with the Windows key was responding, then not responding. Yes, no, yes, no. A little off and on here and there, not, greatly. All right. Here are the other things that went wrong. Now I can't use my escape key. Uh, the caps lock all of a sudden doesn't work either. It started sticking, now it doesn't respond. Sometimes it actually does. When I did the testing, it didn't respond. I press it, and then I notice if I click it onto where the light is, just pressing down on that instead of center, it goes, oh, there it goes. It works. Other times it won't. I don't know why. The Windows key won't work anymore. I have only one window key that allows me to go. This is Windows 8.1, so I need it so I can get into the start menu plus go back. But then again, I can just click on the little icon that says desktop to go back to the desktop. But it's a little nuisance. The Windows key isn't really like a major importance for me too much. It's sufficient, but I can go around it. But the escape key, not too much. I can type, but trying to escape out of a program, or when you actually need it for, let's say, Dwarf Fortress, yeah, to get out of that, from one menu to another, is like, oh, whatever. Do it now. Then I have is now more F keys don't work anymore. F4 doesn't work. Neither does 7 and F8. Those will not respond whatsoever. And all the other keys respond except, like I said, the ones before, escape, F4, F7, F8 don't respond. Caps in and out depending on where I press it. If I center or, well, but if I hit where the light is, then yes, it will. Uh, yes, G and H are the two letters that don't work. You say, well, you can bypass that. Well, in my name, I use the H key. It's like, oh fuck. Yeah, and trying to type out something. Try typing without using a G or an H. Can't write the, or because it needs an H, or through, or throw, thought, tangled. You can get going, good, great, garbled. Any G word or H word or any word with a G or an H or both letters, dude, it's irritating. Uh, the Windows key is a little irritant, but not too bad. I tried all the little problems, the little fixes. Taking the keys off, cleaning them. I've shaked it to see if anything came out, just to make sure. Still, it will not work. Uh, I don't have one of those little private vacuums to do all that shit. Fuck that. Uh, Now, what else did I try? Oh yeah, uninstalling your keyboard and then having it reinstall basically. Yeah, it didn't work. I also did was a complete reinstall of everything, so I lost everything. Yay! I freed it up, and my computer decided to do is let's do is hook online and. Oh yeah, another problem that I have. I don't know if everybody has this, but I've been having for about a year or so is a problem where my computer sometimes sees and doesn't see its own Wi-Fi modem. It's like it will say it's not installed. Like what the hell? I think I have to do is completely take it apart and clean the whole entire thing just to make sure. I don't want to do that. But right now it's an irritant. So I don't know if anyone else has similar problems or all of these problems like I did. And if all of you did, how long have you had your stream? Or if you have these problems on another laptop, I don't know, how long was it when you had it and when it started fucking up? I mean, little things. Why? Sometimes I think maybe this thing fucked up because I carry it around. I use it like a laptop and taking it from place to place and trying to work other than just in an office. Like, yeah. So, I was wondering about that. And I'm thinking that, like, with the Wacom, I've never noticed that it works with, have that same problem that I have for other systems. So, is it just prevalent with the HP Stream itself? Because there's a conflict between this, its actual program, its drivers to run this, and the Windows 8.1, or even with the firmware of the HP Stream 11, or the combination of all three, or even with the drivers for the touchpad. Is it the two drivers, like the driver for this and the driver for that, conflict with each other severely? I'm just wondering, but oh well. Oh yes, another thing that I've been having problems before my keyboard completely KO'd. My mice, I had several of them. They all end up breaking. Yeah, I knew they were going to snap sooner or later, or whatever, over time. But it's like, okay. So that's what happened. And then I start using this until I can actually get a new mouse. And I was using this, using it for, the mundane things of clicking and whatever. And then programs started crashing. It just did not work well. It works great if I just use it in my art program just to draw, but when I try to use it, especially like for going online with this, using it like kind of like a mouse type thing, I've noticed that the browser just crashes. So I'm the only one experiencing it, or what? Oh, so here is my development on that. My solutions is probably several things. One is to get myself a new computer and throw this one away, or just rape this whole entire thing for its parts when I get a new laptop. Uh, that's one option, but it's an expensive option. I really don't have the funds to do is go get myself a new laptop. I really don't. It becomes too much of a hassle, It's, no. But even if I can get one that's cheap, do I guess another, little laptop kind of like this one? That's affordable, something under 200. That's kind of like my price range. It's like really well under 200. I would say probably something around the lines of like 150 to 189 at most, that I can reasonably do without completely busting. But I'd be in dire strait if I do. You're saying, why? Well, my funds are limited at the moment, so it's kind of hard. So I'm thinking of probably getting a new laptop much later, maybe in December. I think that will be the best thing. Just right now, no. But maybe December, or the latest probably about January or so. Yeah, let's see. Okay. My other solution is, well, probably to do is get myself two things. One, I tried looking online for a replacement for my keyboard. Like so I can take this out and putting a new one in. You know, something like a replacement for the keyboard for the HP Stream 11, and I found nothing because I never bothered to completely take this apart and whatever. I just kind of because yeah. So um, the other options are getting myself a keyboard, USB keyboard and a USB mouse. Again, another USB mouse, but having those connect up as my keyboard and mouse that I need. Yeah, but if I do that, I'd probably also do is I know that the computer does have built-in whatchamacallit, built-in keyboard, on-screen keyboard. But the thing is, I wouldn't mind it so much if this wasn't a touchpad. Well, the screen itself is not touchscreen, so you're like, ugh. But I need to do is get myself a new mouse, no matter what. Uh, Other option is, should I actually continue using this as an art computer and probably just convert this as nothing more than art? As an absolute 100% art computer and no modding it, no fucking around with things, just having it straight just for art and art only. And, just for basically just drawing. A very expensive drawing device. But I would have this back onto it and whatever. Then would not work anymore. Because I would still need a mouse for that option. Because touchpad's not too bad, but yeah. So, these are my options. Yeah. Lucky me. Because my thinking is that in December, if I can get enough funds together, maybe January or February, I still think I could, I can get a new computer that will be used for everything else, and then just have this as just an art one, just a simple art computer, and the other one will be used for games and editing of videos more effectively, because I think that if I do upgrade it to a better computer with a better, well, more I was going to say exuberant, but that's wrong to say. I would need is more RAM than anything else, so I can render videos, and I want to do is animations. And yes, OpenTunes, I have looked into it. I was thinking, yeah, use that. Yeah. Alright. So, that's kind of where I'm at right now. I'll think about if I'm going to use this as just an art computer. And just do that. Because I do have, like, for internet, like, right now that I can just use is this little thing. Yeah, it's an 8-inch, like, 2-in-1 type thing. Don't worry, it's just plastic to cover it. And it's touchscreen, so I can use it as a tablet. Plus, it has its own little keyboard that goes with it. This thing is not that bad. I haven't actually tried using the cameras or anything like that on here to videography or anything, or take pictures. I should probably try that, but yeah, this thing is actually quite efficient. But I've never bothered to try to see if it works with Dwarf Fortress. Because I'm really wondering if I could actually use this as a gaming computer. I know the keyboard is way too small for what I want to use. Like, hey, you can still type. You got this keyboard? Look at my hands and look at the keys. It's really small and cramped. Yeah, just more likely going with my thumbs. But no, I'm just gonna hand peck with one finger. Yeah, I know how to type, but when you have a keyboard this small and you have hands this massive hands. Well, in comparison, see, look at my hand covers the keyboard. Damn it. Yeah. How am I going to be able to work? Especially typing up anything, stories, whatever. On this, I was having a hard time. Not really a hard time on this laptop. It's okay. I can type on here. It's not too bad. My hands are set. It's fine. Yeah, it's not too small, but it's okay. But the problem is, I have G and H don't work. The escape key won't work. F4, not really that much of a problem, but because that only has two options. It's F4 plus it for the adjustment of the monitor, the screen size. Boom, 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 boom. That's not really that big of a deal. But the two keys that have to do with sound, F7 and F8, up and down of the volume control, yeah, I can go into the volume control that's, from your point of view, it would be down that way. But for me, it's down over here. Yeah, so I go, yeah. So it's like, woo. All right. I can go through that to change the volume. YouTube, I can just do is the up and down arrow keys, raises and lowers the volume depending on if it's clicked or not. Other thing. All right. So I don't know what the hell I'm going to do, but these are my options. I'm not going to tell you give it a thumbs up or say like it or any of that shit or whatever or follow me. I'm just telling you, this is one shitty ass day for me when everything goes wrong. Oh god. Oh yeah. Um, After I did was upload, reinstall a computer. Got was able to do was get it to see the modem, the modem. Yeah, the built-in Wi-Fi modem. It decided to do with. I thought I turned it off of not, you know, downloading things, but it decided to do was download everything that was an update for the operating system, which I did not want it to do. I just wanted certain updates. That's it. It decided I have 87 updates. I picked and said, okay, you're updating too. Then all of a sudden, it took a while, and finally it says, time to restart. And restart. Boom, 87. Like, what the hell? Oh, God. No wonder it was taking. It took pretty long, but not really that long. You know, it took even longer just trying to upload, excuse me, to get it, installed. And that was irritating. God. I woke up at 4 o'clock this morning and only after lunch. Oh my god, my computer is acting up like fucking mad. Oh god. Like, oh my god, yeah. But yeah. So, what do you think I should do? I already have ideas, but oh well. If this happens to you, don't fret because it's happening to me. And I guess cheap technology is only going to last me for 3 years before it starts fucking up. Just like one of my phones, it was a Go phone, it was the Zed's, whatever it is. Uh, it started acting up after 3 years of it been activated and I have it. Then I got the problem fixed with it. And now just we had was a huge colds that came through. My screen on there cracked because of the coldness. Yeah, it cracked, and I can't even touch anything. The screen itself, the touch screen, will not work whatsoever. Just great. Just great. And yeah. So the only way to turn it off was taking it out, taking the battery out, and then putting it back in. Yeah. Just great. And I can't change anything because it's a touchscreen. Can't mess with anything. Just fucking fantastic. Oh, if you think that's crazy, this cheap ass little piece of junk of a phone that I only use it because, well, it's cheap, it's kind of throwaway, it's plastic, even the screen's plastic. At least it's uh, almost indestructible. Yeah, there's some cracks here and there. Not a big deal. But the machinery itself is fine. Here's my big problem. I tried charging this up, I turned it off when it said 35%, and it would not turn back on. So this thing is lying to me about how much energy was really on it. Yeah. Then I didn't even have this for not even for a year. And well, there was a guy that I thought was a friend. He gave this to me because he wanted me to have a better cell phone than I had. I just have pretty good service. To me, it's like it's fantastic. Not really, but it's a good service that I use. But okay, to tell you, this cheap ass piece of junk phone, it had was a problem of trying to charge. It kept on going in and out, turning on, off. Okay, I finally was able to turn it on when it got. This was an hour later. Only 12%. This thing usually from dead to full takes about 2 hours. Usually, an hour later or so, is at 12%. An hour or so. Kept on turning on and off. Wouldn't really charge you, like start and stop charging. I didn't know it was doing this, but that's what it was doing. It was a little simple on the screen specifying. I never saw this, and it said was the battery is too cold to charge. I've never ever been in a situation that ever did that. I've been in areas where it snows, where it's a negative temperature. And I've never had a phone that said, "Oh, it's just too cold to charge." Sorry, your battery is too cold. It can't charge. What the hell? And this happened today. So it's like, oh god, I'm trying to fix this laptop and this phone. Well, it's finally charged now, but god, I had to do was grab this thing, put it underneath the laptop, having the laptop's heat to heat it up enough to where it starts charging. God. God. And trying to look for answers while I'm fixing with this. I'm using this for the internet to check for answers. It's like, oh god, no, 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 no. And that is my situation. I'm sorry that I had to do was bore you to tears, but if you think this is funny or whatever, or if you can have a suggestion, or even if something like this has happened to you, or anything like this, with the problems I had with this computer, or even had a phone that it said something weird that you never saw was it had a warning for, never knew, because you never experienced it. Now, so that's how things are. Well, just leave it down there. Thank you, anyways. Until next time. I was gonna say America, but next time, YouTube. Everyone there. Good day. I still don't know what to say.